everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Shopify customer from MySQL database. So here I am managing an e-commerce store, and to create a record of all my potential clients as well as customers, I am using MySQL. So here my objective is that every time a record will be created with the details of a new customer in that, automatically that customer should be added in my Shopify store. To automate this entire process, we will have to set up the connection between MySQL and Shopify, and that we are going to do without any coding and any programming skills, simply with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step for your business, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video, I am going to show you step by step that how we can automatically create customers in Shopify for MySQL database. So here I am using a form which I have attached on my website, and through that form submission I've already connected my database, that is MySQL. So I want that when an interested lead for my e-commerce store is going to visit my website, they are going to submit that form. Their details will be recorded over here in my database in MySQL. And as soon as the details will be recorded over here, I want to connect MySQL with Shopify in such a way that automatically the customer should be created. Okay, now to automate the entire process, I will have to set up the connection between MySQL and Shopify, and that I'm going to do without any coding and any programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So without wasting much time, let's get started quickly. Currently, we are on the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, we will find two options, sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button. It will help you to create a free new account just in 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you're going to receive 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. So as an existing user, directly I'm going to click on sign in currently. Pabbly Connect helps us to build the connections between our work applications without any coding or programming skills to automate all our daily repetitive tasks. So with the help of Pabbly Connect, today we are going to build the connection between MySQL and Shopify. So here we are on the all apps section, where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create our automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. You can see it has taken us towards the dashboard of our Pabbly Connect account, where we can find all the workflows which we have created. And to save these workflows, we can also create separate folders. For different kind of workflows, we can create separate folders like this. Now to create a new workflow, let's click on this create workflow option. So here the dialog boxes appear in front of us. It is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let me provide a name over here. Create Shopify customer from MySQL. After giving the name to my workflow, then I'm going to select the folder. So you can see I have list of folders over here. Among these folders, the automation which I'm going to create currently is related to e-commerce store. So automations for e-commerce store will be my selected folder. Then I'm going to click on create. As we have done that, you can see a new screen is open in front of us, which contains two extremely important windows. Here we have trigger and we have action. So trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation works. Here the trigger says when this happens, and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Let's suppose my objective is that whenever a new data will be added in my MySQL database, automatically customers should be created in my Shopify store. So I want to create the customers in Shopify by using the database items. Okay. So for that, here I'm going to take MySQL in trigger and Shopify in my action step. When we are going to set up the connection between these applications, then we will see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the data is recorded in MySQL, then only customer will be created in Shopify, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept, let us start creating our automation step by step. Now here, let's suppose I am having an e-commerce store. For generating the queries of new leads for my store, I have created an inquiry form and I've attached it on my website. Let's say the form is already connected at backend with MySQL. So when the form will be submitted, automatically the record will be added of that form submission. That means the details of the leads in my MySQL database. And here I'm setting up the connection between MySQL and Shopify, so that as soon as the database item will be added, so that as soon as the new lead will be added, the data will be recorded over here in MySQL. By using that data, customer will be created automatically in Shopify. So here I'm not going to show you the backend workflow. It is already working. I'm going to show you the setup of MySQL and Shopify over here. Now to start with the process, we'll go towards our trigger step first of all, and we will select MySQL as our trigger application. Then we have to select the trigger event. So trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or it is going to start. So we have new row in a table. That means when a new row will be added in my MySQL database table, then the response of that row is going to be captured inside Pabbly Connect, and with that response, my workflow is going to start every time. So now we have to build the connection between MySQL and Pabbly Connect. For that, we have the connect button over here. We have clicked on it, and over here we have two options to build this connection. We have add new connection and select existing connection. If you already have an existing connection, you can just go with that. But I'm going to show you that how you have to build a new connection. For building that, you have to just go towards add new connection, and you have to enter the details in these fields. We have to enter username, password of the database. We have to provide the host name, database, and the port. When you are going to create your MySQL account and you are going to create a database, you will receive all these details. You just have to enter them. Okay, so one by one you can enter them. I have already created a connection earlier, so I'm going to go with that existing connection only. We'll click on save. And as we have done that, you can see that the connection between MySQL and Pabbly Connect is built successfully. So now we will select the table. When a new row will be added in which of the table of your database, then you want to capture the response. So here the table name is, you can see, so here I will select the same, new leads. Alright, the people who are submitting the inquiries from my website are definitely my leads, or we can say potential customers, but are not actual customers. I want to add them as a customers in my Shopify. Then we have to provide the unique column. What will be the unique column? So let's say instead of using ID, here I'm going to go for email, because email is going to be unique for every new customers, for every new lead. Okay, so here I'm going to go for selecting email as my unique column. Then I'm going to click on save and send test request button. But before that, you have to understand that MySQL is based on 1 hour of polling time. That means polling time is actually the time which Pabbly Connect is going to take for capturing the new response every time. So because we have 1 hour of polling time in MySQL, so whenever form submission will be made, the data will be instantly recorded in MySQL, but that data is going to be captured after 1 hour inside Pabbly Connect. So currently when we are going to click on save and send test request button, we are going to receive the latest, or we can say the last data which we have in our MySQL database. So I think the second row is the last data which was added in my database with test user, with the name as test user. So what I will do, I will just go and I will click on save and send test request button. And you will see that we are going to receive the response of that test user. As you can see here, we have captured the response. We have the email address, the phone number, the lead ID, and all the details of that lead over here. Okay, this means a connection between MySQL and Pabbly Connect is built successfully, and now every time a new row will be added in the table of MySQL, after 1 hour automatically the response is going to be captured. Once the response is captured, our objective is to create a customer in Shopify. For that, now we have to build the connection between Shopify and Pabbly Connect. To do that, let's go towards our action step and let us select Shopify as our action application. Then we have to select the action events. So here my action event will be to create customer. Let's click on connect. For building this connection, you have again two options. If you already have an existing connection, just go with that quickly. I'm going to show you that how you have to create a new connection. For creating the new connection, first of all, you have to provide the subdomain. To get this subdomain, you just have to go towards the Shopify store website. So I will take you towards my Shopify account. We will go towards the online store. This is my store, and over here you can see this is my URL of the store. It is saying that if your URL of the store is this, then your subdomain will be after https:/ and before myshopify.com. So here this is my store, after https:/ this is my subdomain. Okay, I will copy and I will quickly paste it over here. Done. Then we have to provide the access token. To get this access token, you have to navigate to apps and you have to create a develop an app. Then you will install that app and that is going to provide you the access token. Don't worry, it is not a very tricky process. I will show you each and every step. For this, you just have to go towards your Shopify account once again. We will go towards the settings section from the left side. After coming on settings, here we have the option of apps and sales channel. And here we have to click on develop apps. Then we have to click on this create an app button. You have to provide a name to the app. So let's say the name of my app is new customers, just a random name. And here we have to select the app developer who is developing the app. So it is already selected. Now I'm going to click on create app. As we have done that, the app is created. Now we have to configure the app. That means we have to provide some scopes. So let's go towards configure admin API scopes. And because we are creating this app in order to create the customers, so all the fields which are related to customers are going to be selected over here. So here I'm going to first of all search for customer and I will select each of them. Read customer events, write customers events. We have other details related to customer. And here I'm going to select for the orders as well. All right, done. Now, as we have done that, let's click on save and the configuration is saved. As the configuration is saved, we will go towards API credentials and we will click on install app. Now it is saying that your app is ready. You have to install it. I'm going to click on install button. As the app is installed, we have the access token. Let's reveal and copy it. Then we'll go back and we'll paste it over here. Now let's quickly click on save, and you can see that our connection between Shopify and Pabbly Connect is built successfully. To create the customer, now we have to provide the name, email address, phone number and other details. So let's get started quickly. First of all, we will start with the name. So here you have received the name from MySQL database response, and we want to create the customer in Shopify whose details are received in our earlier response from MySQL. So instead of entering the data manually over here, we will simply insert the data directly from the previous step only. Here we have the previous step. You can see we have the first name. We will select it and it is inserted. As we have mapped this name like this by inserting it from the previous step, it has become dynamic. That means with each and every new response, automatically now it is going to replace. So every time a new response is going to be captured through MySQL, a new row will be added over there and the response is going to be captured. Automatically, all these details which we are going to map today are going to replace. And in this way, we are going to automate the entire process. Because if we will enter the data manually, then it will become static and then it is not going to replace every time. Then there will be of no sense to create this automation. So here now, in a similar manner, we are going to map the last name as well. We will map the email address of the user, or we can say the customer. We have received the phone number as well, and we have not received other details. So I'm going to ignore these fields. I will directly click on save and send test request button. And as we have done that, you can see that we have received the response. In the response, first of all, we have received the customer ID. That means the customer is successfully created. We have received the date and time at which the customer is created and other details as well. So now I'm going to quickly take you towards my Shopify account. We will go back towards the dashboard first of all. And over here, we'll go towards the customer section. And you can see that yes, a new customer is added over here with the name as test user. We have all the details of that customer over here as well. This means our connection between MySQL and Shopify is absolutely successful. And now every time I'm going to receive a new data in my MySQL database, automatically the data is going to be used to create the customer in Shopify. In this way, I will be able to create a systematic records of all my customers in Shopify whenever I'm going to receive a new inquiry through the form submission. Here I have just taken the example that I'm using a form and it is already connected with my MySQL. But for any of the reason for your website or any of the form, you can use the same automation. I hope this automation is clear to you. Also, it is helpful for your business. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.